Hey everyone, I'm Marcos, and I'm Moxie Boosted, and welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, I expect some newbies considering Sword and Shield just dropped like 2 days ago. I marathon that game. I'm trying to get into competitive content ASAP, but I figured until I have a team in-game bred ready to go for VGC, that I would make these moveset guide videos to hold you guys over, and also into my competitive season. I'm gonna keep making these moveset guide videos and strategy videos because I am so excited for Sword and Shield VGC. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it at any point in time, or if you found it helpful, and be sure to subscribe for more competitive content. But I took some time looking at some of my favorite Pokemon in the format, and tonight I'm going to be cranking out these moveset videos as to what I think their general movesets are going to be. I'm going to have a couple of things that I think will be standard, and a couple of things that I think are just some fun movesets in general. If you guys have never seen me before, I love running some fun Pokemon in VGC. But with that out of the way, let's get into it. Grimmsnarl. Honestly, one of my favorite design Pokemon in Sword and Shield. You might disagree with me, you might think he looks a little weird, but I think he's really, really cool. He's got this big, bulky physique, and he's actually really short. He looks like a 5 foot tall bodybuilder, in my opinion, but he's got a really meaty attack stat in 120. Or actually, let's just go over the abilities, the attacks, and the stats, and just generally what Grimmsnarl is all about. So Grimmsnarl has a couple of abilities. I believe he has the most notable of these is Prankster. He has Frisk and he has Pickpocket. Now, Prankster allows Pokemon who use non-damaging attacks to let those attacks go first. They get +1 priority. So it's like it has the same priority as a quick attack, if you aren't aware of what that means. So it'll always go first unless something with higher priority goes off. Most attacks have 0 priority. They're just normal. They don't depend on speed. Or you don't need a higher speed stat for a priority move to go off, is what I'm getting at. Now, Frisk is another ability that's really useful. It lets you know what your opposing Pokemon's items are, so it's good for just gaining information if you're playing in a best of 3 set. And the final, but probably the least useful ability is Pickpocket. I couldn't think of a set that could utilize Pickpocket, but all it is that if you make contact with a Pokemon, you might take its item. But 9 times out of 10, you're already going to have an item, and there's no point in running Pickpocket. So, going into this, the most standard set that I could see people running on Grimmsnarl is this Assault Vest set. Now, I would really love it if we could run a support Assault Vest Grimmsnarl, but get this, he doesn't learn Snarl, a dark type move with that it's part of his name. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 letters in his name, and 5 of those are the word Snarl. Half of his name is a move he doesn't learn, but I digress. This set is dependent on the metagame. For all we know, we might need some more defense, we might need some more special defense, but the general idea of the set remains he's going to be a bulky attacker that eats some special hits. So, with 95 HP, 120 attack, 65 defense, 95 special attack, 75 special defense, and 60 speed, this is what I came up with. 252 HP, 252 attack, 4 defense. I know it's really basic, but again, we're going to adjust that as the season goes on. If you find that another set works a little bit better when it comes to Assault Vest, let me know in the comment section down below. But for now, before we know anything about the metagame, Play Rough, Darkest Lariat, Drain Punch, and Fake Out. Now, what this set is going to excel at is just staying on the field for long periods of the time. It's going to deal some major damage with an Adamant Nature, max attack Play Rough coming off of that beefy attack stat. Darkest Lariat isn't something to scoff at either. It's going to ignore stat changes, so if your opponent goes for some evasion boost, if your opponent goes for some, I don't know, defense curls, iron defenses, you're going to ignore all that. You're going to cut right through those defense buffs, and you're going to hit it with a nice beefy 85 base attack dark type move. Drain Punch is also really nice for longevity. It'll allow you to regain some health while also hitting those steel types that will usually give you some issues. Rock types also will not wall you because of the Drain Punch coming off that adamant 120 attack with max investment. And that final move is going to be Fake Out. Now, Fake Out is a staple in VGC. Even if you're not running that much speed, in fact, in this set we have no speed whatsoever. We might need more speed if we find out that we need a speed creep for other Pokemon that want to go for Fake Out. But it remains, Grimmsnarl is going to be a really cool disruptive Pokemon, especially if we take advantage of that. Other ability in Prankster. But yeah, Fake Out really cool. You can support your partner Pokemon. You can let them get a substitute off. You can let them get a Swords Dance off. And yeah, speaking of substitute, the next set I've come up with is a sub bulk up set. So, oh, I'm doing this all wrong. I'm doing this all in OBS, by the way. This set, Sub Bulk Up. Now, we're going to take advantage of that Prankster ability. Prankster is really cool. Once again, non-damaging moves will go first, and that means that we can get a substitute or a bulk up off pretty easily, and I think that's so cool for Grimmsnarl. Now, something to note is the item can either be leftovers or a Figgy Berry, and the reason that is that leftovers is generally really safe as a recovery item for Pokemon that want to go for substitute, but Figgy Berry, for all we know, might be bad. Figgy Berry used to be a really reliable item that you could just slap onto a substitute Pokemon or a bulky Pokemon in general, but they actually nerfed it this generation. Now, Figgy Berries and other pinch berries used to be that if you drop to 1/4 health, you'll end up getting 50% of your health back, but it's been nerfed to only be 33% of your health, so about a third. So, I don't know. Maybe it'll be bad, maybe it'll be good. Test it out, let me know what you guys think. As of right now, we don't have many things to test with because Pokemon Showdown has yet to update to allow for VGC, or just whatever we're calling it, ranked double battles. But this set, Substitute, excuse me, that was my phone, but this set is Substitute, Bulk Up, Play Rough, and Darkest Lariat. Now, the general idea of this set is you want to be really chunky. So, once again, we might need to run a little bit more special defense, but for now, 252 HP, 252 attack, 4 special defense, sub, bulk up, play rough, darkest lariat. You get a substitute up, you get a bulk up off. You just try to do that as much as you can until you're set up and ready to sweep. And with play rough, you can start eating those enemies away. You can hit them with that nice boosted 252 attack. The darkest lariat, once again, it will not ignore your stat buffs, but it will ignore your opponent's stat buffs. So you don't have to worry about anything setting up in your face. You can just cut right through those defenses. And this is going to be a really fun set to use. Yeah, honestly, I feel like this won't be used as much as the Assault Vest set, giving the lack of special defense and physical defense on the on Grimmsnarl's base stats. But this bulk up set will allow you to make up for that really low special defense, or that really low physical defense stat, because bulk up boosts your attack and defense. It'll make it easier for you to take hits with your substitute up. And honestly, I think it's just going to be a really fun one to use. But the thing is, where this set will allow you to boost your defense, the Assault Vest set will allow you to take hits on the special side. So you can really only choose one of them. Personally, I feel like the sub bulk up set gives you the best of both worlds. The substitute will allow you to eat a special hit at least once, and the bulk ups will allow you to take physical hits a lot better. Next up is, honestly, we're not getting into fun territory yet, but we're getting into kind of fun territory. Choice Band. Now, if you guys have never felt the satisfaction of clicking Choice Band knockoff, I am sorry for you. However, this Pokemon does not get knockoff. We are once again stuck with Darkest Lariat. Not that it's a bad move at all, it's just that knockoff would have been much better. So this set is going to use the Frisk ability. We have no reason to use Prankster because we don't have any non-damaging moves. All of our moves are meant to just eat chunks out of our opponent's health. So yeah, the moveset is going to be Play Rough, Darkest Lariat, Superpower, and Ice Punch. 4 HP, 252 attack, 252 speed with that Choice Band and an Adamant Nature. Now, the reason I decided to run max speed on this set is because even though we only have 60 base speed, there are a lot of Pokemon in this dex that can't outspeed Grimmsnarl if you end up going with max speed. Now, we don't know what's going to be common in the metagame, but trust me, like, we're not that bulky anyways with 95 HP. We might as well try to boost our speed as much as we can. Like, don't get me wrong, that 95 HP is nice, right? But the 65 defense and the 75 special defense really drag us down. We're going to have to take advantage of being faster than our opponent to get off as much damage as possible. And trust me, having +1 on all of your moves right from the get-go is going to be really cool. Play Rough will let us destroy Play Rough will let us destroy Dark types, Fighting types, and Dragon types. Darkest Lariat will be good for hitting Psychic types, Ghost types. Superpower will let us eat those Steel types, and Ice Punch is nice for hitting Flying types, and Dragon types that maybe... I don't know, the Dragon types that will resist Play Rough with one of their typings, Duraludon. Well, not Duraludon. Duraludon doesn't get hit by Ice Punch. Play Rough would do more, but Superpowers for Duraludon. I'm trying to think of a dragon that you would hit Ice Punch with a little harder. None come to mind right now, but trust me, they exist. Flying types are what you want to hit with it mostly, though. That's why it's on there. So no Fake Out in this set because we don't want to lock ourselves into Fake Out. But now Now, ladies and gentlemen, is when we get into fun territory. I present to you Sub Nasty Plot. Now, this is a set that I had a lot of fun with in my playthrough. I actually made this set in game just to mess with it, and I feel like it has some potential, to be honest, in competitive. Now, it's Substitute, Nasty Plot, Draining Kiss, and Dark Pulse. 252 HP, 4 defense, 252 special attack. Mess with that however you like, but that's the general idea. And our items are Leftovers and Big Root. So, I mean, one or the other. You can't have both. Substitute, once again, Prankster, we'll get that off first. Nasty Plot, Prankster, we'll get it off first. Draining Kiss. Now, Draining Kiss is really interesting. It's a really interesting move because it is somewhat weaker than other draining moves. Draining Kiss is only a 50 base power fairy type move. However, you recover 75% of the damage dealt, and if you add a Big Root on top of that, you're going to get an extra, or you're going to get that multiplied. You're going to get 1.3 times HP from draining moves like that. So, let's think about this, man. You literally will just be sitting there. You'll just be sitting there. You get off a Nasty Plot, you get off a Draining Kiss. Any health you lost from getting that substitute up, you can put the substitute right back up because you got it back from the Draining Kiss getting boosted up and dealing major damage. And the Dark Pulse is just there for stab, but honestly, like, this is a really, really fun set. I've messed around with it on singles and showdown, but I could see this being a thing in doubles. Grimmsnarl having Prankster substitute is just so cool. It's going to be a really exciting Pokemon to use in the format. If you guys have any sets that you thought about, share them in the comment section down below, and be sure to join my Discord, which is linked in the description. I am a competitive player. I have a lot of people in that Discord that want to get some best of threes going, that want to help trade and breed Pokemon. So go ahead and join that. Follow my social media, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for coming out. Have a nice night. Bye.